Hello, and welcome to my favorite deck that I've built in the last year. Guaranteed. Love this thing. It's my own baby. I cannot emphasize enough how cool it is. It wins in so many different ways, and we capture all of them in this short video. Guys, this deck is so cool. We're going to break it down properly at the end, go over the combos, but really quick, what we're doing is we're filling the graveyard, we're playing Souls of the Lost, and then we're flinging it right at opponent's face for the win a lot of the times. Please trust me on this one. It's a sick deck. Check it out. Thanks for watching. First game of the day. Let's see what kind of hand we could get going here. I mean, we're on the play. No one drop is pretty horrible for this kind of deck. But it has all the things that we want. So I'm gonna keep this hand, even though it's not ideal. I think it might be just decent enough. We're always looking for the Overlords, the Souls, and the Flinger. I'll start with Fear of Missing Out, put a little bit of threat into play. These Golgari mid-range decks are getting better and better. I like how deep the card pool is right now, that there's a lot of iterations of the same deck floating around. I think I'll lead with the Overlord and see if I can't trigger Delirium. A couple extra points of damage nice and early. Looks like opponent has removal. No Delirium for us. No creature to return. But our 2-mana Souls is now a 5/6 already. That's decent. Draw a card and create a food. Opponent on a Golgari food deck? That's a little loud, isn't it? I think I'm gonna just push a bit of damage and then draw some cards. We could set up for a fling potentially next turn. Okay, no problem. Gotta hit another land here so we can start double spelling our 2-mana drops. We want to do like a Souls of the Lost and an Overlord. That would be nice. Or even go Overlord and a Disturbing Mirth. That's good. I'll lead with the Overlord here. Okay, Delirium online. Nothing I want to discard out of this hand. We're almost there. Souls of the Lost, 10. All we gotta get that number is to more than his life total, and game's over. Of course, we gotta wait until he's got no mana up for whatever kind of removal he might have. But we're close. 12 now. 12 now, plus the Souls sacks something in order to cast it. So in this case, that'll be the Mirth, which manifests Dread, which will put a second thing in. So this is like a virtual 14. So I just gotta find a way to deal 2 damage with this guy, and then put 1 thing in the graveyard. We're very close. I wonder what our opponent's win condition is. Guess I'll bin one of these. Okay, I wonder if opponent would let this guy get through. No. Well, I got 2 souls. I think I'm just going to try to fling both of them here. Can I put one more thing in the graveyard before flinging? Oh, I can. I got him. Sack a permanent. Good game, dude. I love this deck so much. It's an aggro deck and a combo deck. Okay, it's so unique. 17. First game of the day. We kept a slow hand, but luckily opponent was on a slow game plan. They had all the removal in the world, and they just happened to tap out on the turn that we had the combo win, so lucky for us. Alright, quickly into game 3 here. Had to cut a game from the video because opponent was just roping every turn and conceded really early. It was not good content. I think this hand's fine. We got turn 1 play and lots of stuff going on. Lands, so can't complain. Would like to see a Baelmerk. Baelmerk is kind of the secret king of this deck. It's obviously Souls of the Lost, so that's the whole combo. Move my face, maybe. It's over here. There we go. Alright. Let's mill some good stuff here. Well, we're happy it's not on the top of the deck, so we'll consider that a successful mill. I think I'll run out the Nightmare so I could sack it to the Souls and get the Scry. Definitely don't want to draw any more lands. We're playing against the mill combo deck. Deck is good, hard to beat. We've drawn 2 lands already. Both draw steps. We've drawn a land. 20 land deck, by the way. Those are definitely some toppers right there. I don't play anything that exiles its graveyard, and being a self-mill deck, we are extremely susceptible to the decks that want to mill you out. Yora, okay. Keeps himself alive, but we could push damage on him pretty good here. I don't really want to kill this with the bobble right now. Because I want to further my game plan. I should mill first. I should mill first for sure. I miss out on 4 damage there. Sack a permanent? I think I sack a land here. I mean, it could be the Overlord. I guess I'll sack the Overlord. I'm never going to get 5 more turns, so it's really just not doing anything there. And maybe the land is crucial for sacking Grim Bauble and then getting a turn on my upkeep or a Surveil on my upkeep. So I'm probably dead next turn, but he's going to mill me out so much that I think I win. I win. Good game. Isn't that cool? Look at these guys. 20 odds. Take it, bro. Yes! Alright, that's cool. That's cool. GG. You don't have to fling them. Sometimes they just... You attack wide. Well, that's our promotion to Diamond. Hardly felt like I earned it or deserved it, but I will take it because, well, that's just the way she goes, isn't it? Into the next one. That's a good hand. We're missing the souls, of course, but I love to go Hopeless Nightmare into Disturbing Mirth. That is a great opener for me. That's good for us too. If they drop a 1-drop there, then our game plan is maybe changed to playing the Gnawing Vermin. Ah, they're playing the Burn deck. Or just a version of Mono Red. I think now we try to draw into removal. Even if they play a 1-mana haste like Monastery Swift Spear. It's a big scry here. Kind of think we have too many lands in our hand. This card is a win condition, doesn't really do anything for keeping us alive. Yeah, I'll keep the Bauble on top, bottom the other. Alright, we'll take that. That's a good start for us. Definitely play the Bauble. Should I go Gnawing Vermin and Hopeless Nightmare? Or the Bale Merc? Like, if this is going to be a grindy game where I'm trying to survive, I might want to get the Overlord. Impending timer counting right away. But I think... No, I think I'm going to go the other way. I'll mill first. Mill the extra 2 cards into the graveyard. Can make a difference. Now I don't have anything to return with the Bale Merc, and I'd love to find a Souls of the Lost to sack this Disturbing Mirth. Bolt Wave, ouch. Ah, what a draw, what a draw. I think that's going to be it. Damn, still nothing to return there. I think I'll set up a Upkeep Surveil. I'll have 2 mana to cast whatever, so... Perfect. Now all we need to find is one of these flingers, the Callous. I gotta remember the card names, man. I'm so bad for this. Callous Sellsword. One quick little fling. Game's over, dude. You can't do 11 damage to me with no creatures in play and 3 cards in hand. You should never say things like that, by the way, because when you think they can't, that's when they really can. GG. Alright, that's 4 wins in a row with this deck. We're on fire. Play a few more. And here we go. Yeah, I like these kinds of hands. Anytime I have a Nightmare and a Mirth, especially on the play, it's good enough for me. I don't think I'm going to start with the Nightmare, because I have options here. I'd rather go Clockwork Percussionist. I feel like these Hopeless Nightmares, they're better on turn 3 or 4 when they have less choices. The more options they have when they're making decisions, it's always better. The more options they have, the better for them. The less options, the better for us, of course. When you Hopeless Nightmare, that one win condition they're sandbagging, it's the best feeling. For us. Good. Kind of wish I had 2 black sources here, but it is what it is. I'll just kill that. How much do I care about doing 1 damage? And would I rather potentially block the 2 mana hasting mouse Ember jerk with the sword who's all happy? I'd rather block it. I'd rather potentially block 2 damage than guarantee deal 1. We're playing a combo deck after all. I guess I'm okay with blocking 1. Alright, well, we'll lead with that, since we only have till now to do it. We do care about card advantage. And I could Mirth or Bale Merc. I think I'll go... Ah, man. I think I'll do this. Do I want the Souls or the Calicel Sword? I guess it's the Souls. It's gonna be so hard for opponent to push through a 7-8 Souls of the Lost in mono red. He can't burn it. Okay, that's good. Well, that was unfortunate. I thought I was gonna have a good little trade there. Doesn't matter. Okay. Suddenly down to 13. So we'll sack the Overlord. Yeah, be careful. This Disturbing Mirth cannot sack Grim Bauble. A mistake I have made a few times with this deck. And now we'll sack the Mirth, giving us 2 blockers. That's a nice little... I love when... A nice little interaction. I love when you Manifest Dread and you hit a Fear of Missing Out. Your graveyard's typically on Delirium. You can really catch opponent off guard by getting 2 attacks with the Souls of the Lost. I think all we need to win here is Calicel Swords for the Fling. We could push a lot of unexpected damage. I doubt opponent attacks. What could he be thinking of? That'd be so hard for mono red when they see a 10. 10, 11. Alright, he's gonna dig. Well, that's unfortunate. So I'll go there and here, right? I'll just take 4. I don't want to lose this creature, because that's my win condition. Good game. We did it. We got him. Yeah. I love... Okay, this is so lucky. Sometimes I've got to play for hours and hours to capture all the different ways that a deck can win. And right now, it's just... The universe has got my back. I've been recording for a half hour, maybe. Every game I play, I win in a different way, and it's so nice. I love Manifested Dread on Fear of Missing Out. Show the Souls of the Lost, untap it. Unexpected wins out of nowhere. GG. Alright. What do we got here? Doesn't do much. It can survive, and then double Hopeless Nightmare can be kind of crippling. It's decent. We have 3 lands, so we can start scrying with these Hopeless Nightmares if we need something to do. One Souls of the Lost in the graveyard. Good to know. Alright. I think I just go Hopeless here. What's nice about Souls of the Lost, and typically this is not nice about these cards, but in this case, in this deck is that it doesn't sack the permanent when you cast it, or sorry, when it enters the battlefield, it's when you cast it. So typically it feels bad if it gets countered, but in this deck, you always want to sack the thing that you're sacking anyways. So if it gets countered, you still get the sack. He actually bins a land and then misses a land drop there. I wonder if that's a revealing bit of information about opponent's deck. It actually makes me think he has temporary lockdown. which would just be absolutely devastating for us to get temporary lockdown. I'm going to just greet it. I'm going to greet it, and then if I get temporary lockdown, I will regret it and say I knew it anyways. So it's a win-win. Either I don't get temporary lockdown and I'm a genius, or I do get temporary lockdown and I called it, I'm a genius. What can go wrong? Yes, I'm a genius. Alright. We'll sack this stuff. Fill up our graveyard before combat. That's very nice. I think we have... I mean, I guess gas is just amazing. Opponent's not doing anything here, so... Idiot. I was happy with those 2 cards on top, and I scried them away. GG. Got him. Pushed enough damage. That... Really unfortunate game here. Like, I don't know what opponent was thinking, discarding his only planes in hand to the Hopeless Nightmare. I'm going to keep it in the video just because it's a streak and it was a short win. Like, it only took 3 minutes. But opponent played land and did nothing. But it still shows how the deck is an aggro deck and can push damage pretty quick. Souls of the Lost, just an amazing 2-drop. This deck feels like aggro combo. I love that. And a beautiful hand. We've got everything we want. We have aggressiveness. We have combo, or sorry, gas to draw. I think I start with Clockwork Percussionist, as I like to. And then depending what they do, maybe I probably just drop the Balemark right away. Probably just drop the Balemark right away. Maybe if I draw a land, I could play Fear of Missing Out and get rid of it. I think I'll just do the Balemark here. Nice. We were very much looking for a Gnawing Vermin right there. Next turn, if I draw a land, I could go Gnawing Vermin, stack the land, kill the Cacophony Scamp with the Death Trigger of the Vermin. We actually want him to attack here and then play a combat trick. Just get the cards out of his hand so that we know for sure the Gnawing Vermin can kill next turn. Okay. Please draw a land. Damn. That's rough. I need an artifact in the graveyard. Don't have an artifact in hand. I guess I could play Souls of the Lost and sack the Percussionist. It'll be a 4/5, which is decently big. We really, really want to hit a land off the top here. Nice. Do I go Vermin or Hopeless Nightmare? I think I go Vermin, mainly because it grows the souls right now. Look at this deck. It's so amazing. Turn 3. I have a 6/7. That's so hard to beat if you're mono red. Although this deck, opponent's playing is playing the Callous Sellsword. Although they definitely have the option to make one of their any one of their creatures actually into like a 8-powered creature and then fling it plus the death trigger. It's like 16 damage out of nowhere. Opponent's going for it. Yeah, oops, yeah, right. You know what you're doing, buddy. I can tell the way you're taking your time. That was no accident. I'm happy that he's putting it there. Honestly, I'm down to lose the Souls of the Lost and block 7 trample damage. It's nice, too, if he puts another Monstrous Rage on the Heartfire hero. Then the Gnawing Vermin trigger could still kill the other Heartfire Hero. Okay, I guess I don't get anything. I assume that Cacophony's Camp's kill Souls of the Lost here. Yeah. That's okay. Well, I don't understand why opponents think nice, 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 nice. Is he upset? Have I done something to upset him? I think I take the last card out of his hand here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'll lead with the fear of missing out, just in case I draw the Grim Bauble. No. We're close here. If Heartfire Hero attacks, do I block 3 damage? Probably not, eh? Should probably take. I should probably take. Yeah, next turn, I think we go Disturbing Mirth, sack the Nightmare. I think I'm supposed to take this. Okay, I go to 9, then I kill that. It deals 2 to me. I go to 7, and I kill that. Deals 3 to me. I go to 4, and then I start rebuilding. Okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, shit. That's going to be potentially lethal. Well, I'll stick to the game plan here. Okay, I'm going to push damage first. If opponent tops a land next turn, we have a real chance of getting right back into this. Lands, am I right? Okay. We're on 4. Oh. Opponent plotted a nice card. Did he hit the land like we hoped? Is he going to do 1 damage? Or is he going to hold? He holds. Okay. We'll start by milling ourselves so that we could keep our scry. Momentum breaker again. I don't even think it's good, but it does gain life. Ah. Yeah, okay. Are there any cards that make this lethal at 4 and not 3? Comes in with haste. I don't think it matters if I pay life here or not. No, because we have so much on the ground that... Yeah, 3 and 4 is virtually the exact same thing right now. So we just go for the win next turn. We just need opponent to brick this last time, and we got him. Any brickers? Come on, brother. Show me what you got. Please don't rope. Yeah, you either have it or you don't, my friend. You either have it or you don't. Be a man. Brother. Lands, am I right? If you had it and you were just slow rolling me, that would be quite disrespectful. Oh, lands, am I right? The best emote ever. All right, man, that's gonna be the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know what? Let's break this down right now in real time. Ah, I felt good, honestly. I haven't. I don't even know the last time I sat down, played 6 games of Magic, and won them all. 6, 7. I don't even know. I know for sure that at least one game didn't make it into the video. It was a win, but it was just too lame of content to throw in. So let's talk about this deck. Everything's a 2-drop or less. We have the baubles for removal. Oh, everything's a 2-drop or less, and everything's a permanent. Not a single non-permanent in the deck. The only one I thought about playing is the one that mills you and kills something of theirs. What is it called? It's this one here, Quagfest. But I actually value every single thing being a permanent more than a potentially good card that mills and kills, like Quagfest, because you don't want to be milling and then not growing the Souls of the Lost when you're banking on that. You know, you're banking on Souls of the Lost growing per card you mill, and it's just guaranteed. You know, you could math it out the turn before where you're like, okay, they're on 14 health. Souls of the Lost is at 12 right now. I'll play Gnawing Vermin, mill 2. Now it's lethal with the Fling. You know, if you mill a non-permanent, that could cost you the game. So, 4 Disturbing Mirth, that's the gas. You know, it's combo. A lot of these red-black decks, which I've been playing lately, and I play a lot of red-black decks lately, I run 2 of these as it's more aggro, and I need a bit of gas in there, and you don't want to be stuck with 4 in the hand, but this is the gas for this deck, and this deck is less aggro, more combo, despite being still aggro with, you know, multiple 1-drops and fear of missing out. Souls of the Lost can just be 4 or 5 on turn 2 a lot of the times, and you know, be a regular big creature, and it can still feel like aggro. But these two enable the combo big time. They're extremely important. Momentum Breaker didn't become relevant with the sacking of it, but sometimes against those red decks that I almost lost to right at the end, sacking this and gaining 3 or 4 life is the best thing you could do with 2 mana. And lastly, only 20 lands in the deck. It doesn't need more than that because everything is so cheap, and that's what I love about it. You could keep different kinds of hands. Hopeless Nightmare and a Mirth basically makes all hands keepable. You could always dig with a Sellsword. I love that Overlord can fetch the Sellsword out of the graveyard at any time, or the Souls of the Lost. It's like this card, it brings back any creature, and both parts of the combos in this deck are creatures. You know, the sorcery that flings is attached to a creature, which is a permanent, and it just has feels like it has so much synergy. This is my own baby. I didn't see anybody brew this, or I've never seen anyone play this. I saw a lot of people playing Carousel Swords in the decks that fling the Cacophony Scamps and the Heartfire Heroes, and that inspired me to think, well, that's a pretty cool card. And eventually, I kind of started playing around with Souls of the Dead, and like really quickly here, I'll show you that I do have another deck, Lost Souls, based on it. That doesn't run. You see, it only runs 2 Mirths. It runs these goblins and some Liliana, but the idea is the same. These Fairy Dream Thieves, they go with the Seer Slicer, right? It's the 1 mana that has evasion, and then you guarantee get the trigger on the goblin the next turn. But despite being able to grow it faster, sometimes you get just blocked off where you can't win the game, and you need these Carousel Swords to push that damage directly to face. It just feels so good. I highly encourage anybody that likes this kind of thing to run this deck. This deck is a feels good deck. It operates well. It wins fast. It wins slow, depending how you play it, depending how you draw. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day.